I'm gonna have to hit pause this time. Resume. All right. Uncle Mike lazy, y'all. I swear. I'm gonna pick the guitar back up. I swear, man. Oh man, I don't want to do music. God dang, excuse me. I don't want to do music anymore. I just took a BC powder. Hey, instead of that, I'm gonna do this as an intro. You know, you gotta do an intro because YouTube getting fickle, man. You can't just sit here and just do. You gotta do some original content. So, to all y'all haters, should we give them that much? Forget the haters, man. This for everybody that be dreaming and got Diddy on the mind. I had a dream that long time ago. I had a dream that Diddy was set free. So I did this song. Let's check it out. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Then we're gonna get into this video. Hey, yeah. Yeah. 1, 2. It was all a dream. This one goes out to everybody who suffered and made it through. It was all a dream. Whoa. I had a dream. Diddy walk free. Now everybody hiding what they said on IG. But I ain't run, I ain't changed my place. I looked that man right dead in his face. So what you did to that girl, disgrace. You got money, power, but you blew your place. We grinding down here just to see 1 meal. And you got heaven, but act like hell's real. Yeah, I had a dream. Courtroom full of tears. The verdict came down and the man got cleared. All the headlines faded like they never cared. And all them folks that spoke up, they disappeared. But still, private accounts, deleted posts. Even bloggers went ghost like they seen a ghost. But not me, I stood up, heart full of fear. I told them face to face, you can't lie here. That girl was crying, we all seen the tape. And you apologized like that would fix the hate. You had it all, jets, fame, God's grace. But you played it like a game and spit in his face. I had a dream, Diddy walk free. Now everybody hiding what they said on IG. But I ain't run, I ain't changed my place. I looked that man right dead in his face. So what you did to that girl, disgrace. You got money, power, but you blew your place. We grinding down here just to see 1 meal. And you got heaven, but act like hell's real. Yeah, you got daughters, you got sons. What they gonna say when they learn what you did? Will they look away? We pray for baby love, but what about the rest? All this dirt, you left it on your family chest. You claimed you adopt her, gave the girl a home, but where she at now? Man, she all alone. Meanwhile, rumors fly and bodies burn and cars blow up while the world just turn. Pac and Biggie, the streets still blame. You say you innocent, but you carry that flame. And what the court say? You're good, you're clear. We the court of the people and we all right here. I had a dream, Diddy walk free. Now everybody hiding what they said on IG. But I ain't run, I ain't changed my place. I looked that man right dead in his face. So what you did to that girl, disgrace. You got money, power, but you blew your place. We grinding down here just to see 1 meal. And you got heaven, but act like hell's real. That goes out to the people who would like to know what the heck I do in this studio. That's a bar. I gotta write that down. For all the people that want to know what I do in the studio. Oh man, that's corny. Anyway, man, check this out. One of the things I need to do is work out and exercise because it don't make no sense to be just tied off of a 2-minute song. Breaking news, the John Doe accused Diddy of the unthinkable in this is a new explosive lawsuit. I can't keep up, Diddy. I can't keep up, man. So is this number 3? This is the new number 3? Or is he talking about, and these people, shout out to Willie D, man. Y'all check his channel out and everything. He got over 1 million subscribers. Willie, tell your people to come check my channel. Hey, check it out. Real talk, man.
these people, Willie D, Big Ticket, a lot of these people, they get the court papers and they going through the court papers. So I like to do reactions to their stuff because I think they coming with the real info and everything. So y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy out. Give him a thumbs up. Always give him a thumbs up. Let's check this bad boy out. Here we go.
Well. New John Doe who's after Diddy money, man. Boy, when you got that money, ooh-wee, man, you got a target. A target comes with that money, man. When you get your money, man, the first thing you need to do is protect it. Put that money up. You have to get on OJ level, you know. A lot of people didn't like OJ, but one thing he did smart was, boy, he made sure his money was safe. He made sure nobody could touch his money. Take that money and protect that money. They are after Diddy's money. If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent.
What country you representing?
Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you be in the loop. I ain't gonna hold you long, fam. I'm gonna be just like your pastor. I ain't gonna hold you long. I ain't gonna hold you long at all. But I am gonna tell you what's going on with this new case. They got a guy who says, Diddy, let me see. Can I use some, I'm trying to see how I can use a euphemism for some of these words. Diddy, according to a new lawsuit, a John Doe says Diddy put some man juice. God damn, that sounds even worse. I'm just gonna say the word. Diddy masturbated into a shirt from the late Notorious B.I.G.'s wardrobe, ejaculated on the garment, and then threw it on another man's lap and arm, getting semen all over the guy. At least according to a new lawsuit. Now, fam, some of these details are very disgusting. They're salacious. So if you're eating, you might want to just watch this later, you know. And if you have sensitive ears, you might decide, you know what, I'm not watching this at all. But I got to tell you the story, fam. I got to report the story. I got to give it to you. Diddy is being sued by John Doe, who alleges a bunch of sexually deviant dealings with him over the years. A bunch of sexual deviant dealings with him over the years, not days, not hours, not minutes, but years.
Damn, man.
You think?
What makes it so bad is the way he's talking now. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this. There has already been 2, and I think this is completely different because nobody said anything about a Biggie shirt and all that type of stuff. This is new information, unless one of the 2, because they said their names, or one of them said their name and the other one said that he's a completely different type person. And one guy's already doing videos explaining to himself why he's suing Cassie and Diddy. So it's almost like undisputable this is 2 different people. Does that make sense? Now I'm trying to figure out if this is a third person. Jesus Christ, Diddy, whatever happened to the 120 people they have in the other? I'm still waiting for the girl. I'm still waiting for the young lady that has the female lawyer that every time they show her on video, she's crying. And I'm not making fun of her or anything. I mean, get your tears out the way, baby, and let's go to work. Let's get this work done. That sympathy card, you can't keep playing that.
He could have just left. He could have walked off. He could have said no. Anyway, moving on. In the lawsuit obtained by you-know-who, TMZ, the guy claims around September 2022, he was in a listening session with Diddy for Biggie Smalls' project when he says Diddy pressured him to take ketamine. So Diddy pressed him to take ketamine. He claims they went to a warehouse in Los Angeles where Biggie's clothes were in a storage, and Diddy provided drugs to everyone present. He said folks were running around the warehouse tripping on drugs. So let me get this straight. Diddy pressured him into taking some drugs. They went to a warehouse in Los Angeles where Biggie's clothes was in storage. And Diddy provided drugs to everyone. Diddy just, this mogul, right? This music mogul, entrepreneur, billionaire guy. Just, okay, everybody, you get a drug, you get a pill, you get a pill. Take that. Okay. He says folks were running around the warehouse tripping on drugs. The guy claims he ended up alone in a room with Diddy. He ended up alone in the room with Diddy. Not that he walked into a room and he was joined by Diddy, or Diddy was in a room already and he joined Diddy, or they walked in the room together. But he ended up in a room with Diddy, who he says started watching porn on his phone. So now you're in a room by yourself with a man, and he watching porn, but you still staying, you still chilling. He claims Diddy grabbed one of Biggie's shirts off of a rack and began masturbating in front of him. Now, he began masturbating in front of him. So how is that possible? The moment, if you ain't with it, the moment he pulls out his weapon, you're supposed to make a break to the door.
Yeah.
Or perhaps if you feel particularly insulted, hit him on the chin. Because that's disrespectful, right?
Yeah, dude. It ain't funny. But think about it. Imagine you done met this big star, right? You in the music business, you trying to get your little music out there, you trying to be a rapper or get on signed as an artist, whatever you are, and you meet Diddy. What? Yeah, I'm gonna go with him and I'm gonna be down with him and all this stuff. Then he get you to a warehouse and he flip it out. Flip. And you like, dude, but now that we hear this stuff, now in today's world, 5 years ago, I'd have been stuck. I'd have been like, yo, man, what is you doing? No, I ain't down with that. And I would have did what he just said. I would have made a beeline to the door. I wouldn't have tried to hit him.
Perhaps if you feel particularly insulted, hit him on the chin.
Nah.
That's disrespectful, right?
I ain't gonna hit no man in the chin while he holding their stuff. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna hit him on the chin while he holding his own stuff. Nah.
You ain't with that? You ain't about that life?
I ain't with that. And I ain't
so
with
he pulls out his wee-wee.
Oh, my God.
And masturbates, and you just watch. What? You just watch.
Because he on them drugs. Oh, my God, man.
I'm going to tell you before I even get to the end of this story, this don't sound like a victim to me. He claims Diddy grabbed one of Biggie's shirts off the rack and began masturbating in front of him. He says Diddy told him to finish Diddy off, finish him off, and claims Diddy orgasmed into the shirt before he could react.
Damn. It is so many people saying this dude is doing some
So let me just ask the straight fella.
manly sex.
You're in a room with a guy. He pulls out his wee-wee. He starts playing with it. And you just want to watch and see what happened? Or you going to get up out of there?
I'm getting up out of there. I'm getting up out of
To
there,
the guy
baby.
who's not straight.
I'm getting up out of there.
A guy pulls out his wee-wee. You're not interested at all. But he pulls out his wee-wee. Instead of you getting up out of there, you just watch. So do you just watch today? Do you just watch? Or do you get up out of there? If you're not interested, do you watch or you get up out of there? What's more, the guy claims Diddy laughed and tossed the semen-covered garment onto his lap and arm, laughed again and said, R.I.P. Biggie, before leaving the room. He said Diddy laughed and laughed again and said, R.I.P. Diddy, R.I.P. Biggie before leaving the room. Give me a thumbs up if you believe this guy. Thumbs down if you're saying, nah, sounds like a money grab to me.
What make it so
Come
bad?
on,
He
fam.
said this happened over some years.
Come on.
All I need is one time. I'm out of there. Nah,
In the
cuz
suit, the
don't
man
call me no
also
more.
alleges that way back in 2005, Diddy shoved his penis in his face and told him to suck it. How did he get so close to Diddy's penis in the first place?
That's two different
Say, fam.
situations.
How did he get so close to his penis? He said he pulled out his penis and put it in his face and told him to suck it. How your face get so close to another man's penis in the first place? How did that happen? It's like he's saying everything Diddy did, but he's not saying what he did. He's not saying how he got in that position and what he was doing there, any of this type of stuff.
And that's two
He
different
just talking
occasions.
about what Diddy did. What about what you did, John Doe? How'd you get your penis so? How did you let Diddy, another man, put his penis so close to your face if you wasn't with that? If you wasn't with it? How does that happen? I like what them girls guy, right? I like what the women guy, right? I like that. But I've never had one close to my face that I did not want close to my face. Make sense?
I think that makes sense.
All of these years, I've never had one close to my face that I didn't want close to my face.
I think I like all of them close to my face. Oops, who said that? Who said that?
So how in the hell did you get a penis close to your face if you didn't want it close to your face?
Yeah.
So you got a penis close to your face, and you mean to tell me there was no furniture moving? There was no furniture moving. Ain't nobody get stabbed, nobody got shot, nobody got lost, nobody got a fingernail cut off. You know, a broken fingernail, nothing happened? Nothing?
Nothing. Couldn't be me.
All right. So what is he suing Diddy for? So he's suing Diddy for sexual battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and more, and he's going after Diddy for damages. He's going after Diddy for damages. Doesn't say how much he wants. But he wants, oh, here it is. He's suing Diddy for $400 million. No, I'm just kidding.
I agree.
It will be $400 million. They coming up with all these other kind of numbers. Some dude came up with $260 million against Tyler Perry.
Yeah,
Boy,
I
I say
agree.
he want $260 million Because Tyler Perry touched him on the leg.
These boy, you got me that time.
$260 million.
I was like, damn. He said,
even if he did touch him on the leg.
He said, no, I'm just playing.
$260 million?
Yeah, that's a lot.
And fam, who you suspected was already digging on you. You already suspected the dude was trying to holler. But you spent the night at his house.
Anyway, what is wrong with these people?
He comes into the room, into the unlocked door. Through the unlocked door. I'm assuming it was unlocked. Somehow, you still lying in the bed when he comes in the room instead of you jumping up like, what the hell you doing, man? What's that sound? I'm swinging. You swinging. You still laying down. Just like who was that? You lying down sleeping. Like you someday, like you Sleeping Beauty. And he touch you on the leg. And you said, Judge, I want $260 million for that touch.
I think ever since I was in junior high school, if I spend the night over anybody's house, if I'm not in my house, even if I'm at a hotel, dog, I put on shorts. I mean, he's a different race. I mean, we from the hood, man. I don't know what it is, but I feel uncomfortable anywhere not sleeping with shorts on. And he said I went to bed, I was in my underwear, sleeping in my underwear. No, dog, that's a no-no right there off the break for me, for Uncle Mike. The only place, except for when I would go to the Philippines, that's my fiance anyway. But if we in a hotel, and especially if it's another dude in the house, not even in my room, I got on shorts, dog, for real. I mean, that's just how I roll. And it don't have nothing to do with that's just how I sleep, man. Unless I'm in my home.
Come on, man.
In my home.
These dudes are getting more weirder with these lawsuits, and they're getting more unbelievable than the women.
Dude, if that was me,
I don't believe it.
Every video I'd be like, this is a lie. Y'all know it's a lie. And none of them saying nothing.
Oh, did I mention that was 20 years ago? You know what he's going to say? I was scared. I was scared, boy. That scared is the default. I fear for my life.
You don't have a life.
I guess they say if the police can do it, we can do it. I fear for my life. I was scared.
I don't know what happened, y'all. All right, we back.
A money grab. I believe this is a classic case of a money grab. This dude said Puff, he watched Puff, he goes to a warehouse. Oh yeah, he's not saying what everybody else was doing at the warehouse while him and Diddy is in this room. And come on, man. He ends up somehow, he says he's at a warehouse. That must be a big ass warehouse that got rooms. But he ends up at a warehouse with just a warehouse where Biggie's clothes are. This in 2020. They're storing Biggie's clothes in a warehouse. And he ends up somehow, some way, him. Out of all the people that was in the warehouse, he ends up in a room with Diddy, just the two of them. And all of this is happening. He don't scream. He didn't run out of there crying, skipping. He didn't call the police. He didn't take a swing on Diddy. He didn't point his finger at him aggressively. Nothing. Can you say money grab, boys and girls? When you get that money, you got to protect that money. Put that money where they can't touch it. And even if you haven't put it where they can't touch it, fight vehemently. Fight. Don't give them nothing. Don't stroke no checks. Don't be stroking checks like that. Fight. Because once they find out you stroking the check, they think the bank is open. You know, and here come the next one, and here come the next one, and here come the next one. You make it so hard for that first one, and then you make sure you don't give them nothing. Even if they end up winning, you appeal. And then you appeal, and you appeal. You fight, fight, fight. Don't give them nothing. Don't give them nothing. If you're innocent, you fight. If you're innocent, you fight. Fight, fight, fight. Don't give them nothing. Boy, when he stroked that 20 million overnight to Cassie, opened up the floodgates. He should have never done that. He should have never done that. You know what? He really should have taken care of Cassie while they were together. He really should have took care of his business way back then. And even when they parted, if you're going to be with somebody after 11 years, man, if they put up with your stuff for 11 years, you got it like that. You got it, man. Get out of your feelings, man, and thank the woman for the time that was good, when the times were good. Make sure she all right. You know? Think about what I'm saying, fam. I know some of y'all dudes out there say, man, fuck her, man. She gonna go with that lifted up nigga. Nah, man, get out your feelings, man. Get out your feelings. Because Diddy would have saved himself a whole lot of problems, a whole lot of trouble, had he made sure Cassie was straight once he knew it was over, and he looked back, and you can reflect on 10 years of your life with a woman, and you know she's struggling financially, man, help that woman out, man. You know, it ain't gonna help you. It ain't gonna hurt you to help her out. Make sure she good, she on her feet. Thank her for the good times. You know, don't trip on the bad times. You know, all these relationships have bitter and sweet moments. You gotta learn as a human being, you know, but as a man especially, you have to learn to take your bitter with your sweet. This is why, you know, my name ain't never been on somebody else's paperwork. Because if I did it, and I can accept it. If I did it, I look at the good times and the bad. I remember when we was counting the money, laughing and giggling and counting the money and having fun. So when it go down and we ain't laughing and giggling and counting the money and having fun, then I can accept that. I accept the bitter and I accept the sweet. I accept the bitter just like I accept the sweet. You with that one woman give you 10 years of her life, man, and you got 10 years of her prime life, man, look out to that girl, man, and keep it moving. Yeah, she did some effed up things, you did too. You know? You did some effed up things too. So look at it like, yo, for the good time she gave you, look after her. Make sure she's straight. And he wouldn't even be in this situation. He wouldn't be in this situation at all. They didn't have any kids together, but I wouldn't let the mother of my kids suffer. I wouldn't let the mother of my kids struggle. No way. Good times. Too many good times. You know, and the fact that she gave me 2 kids, man, I ain't mad. I ain't mad. I'm good. I'm not mad about that. A lot of us, man, we be getting too emotional, man. We let our emotions get caught up in it, you know, like, and we be listening to dudes who ain't never had a solid relationship with women. We be looking at getting our information from the wrong sources. You know, we listen to emotional dudes, you know. Yeah. Yeah, ain't no way I let the mother of my children struggle financially, and I got it.
Damn, that joint went out again, man.
With all them damn freak-off parties. He obviously had some good times. He obviously had some good feelings. It had to be some good feelings. Some good stuff came out of that. You know, he had some many nights. 500 nights of your life. At least 500 nights, at least, because they said they did it every week for 10 years, 11 years. Every single week. Well, almost every week. So this just rounded off to 500. That's 500 times. Can you remember having a good time 500 times with anybody? So you got to break it down, man.
My bad, y'all. I had to step off for a second, man. I had to take moms to the dentist. Got people working in the backyard. Again, man said, this your mama house. I wish it was my mama house. She can pay the people working in the backyard.
For 10 years.
Here we go, y'all.
11 years.
11 years.
Well, almost every week. So this just rounded off to 500. That's 500 times. Can you remember having a good time 500 times with anybody? So you got to break it down, man. Let's break it down. Can you imagine having a good time with anybody 500 times? That's worth looking out for somebody, to me. That's worth it. You know what, man? It didn't end like I wanted to end, but I got you. I'm going to make sure you're straight. Moving on. This John Doe, who claims Diddy dropped the load, on Biggie's garments, and then tossed it over to him, and it got on his arm and his leg. Even if something like that had happened,
I can't see how people get in these situations.
Like that. I don't trust people who are that transparent. I don't even trust them type of people. I don't trust people who are incapable of being embarrassed. I'd be so embarrassed about something like that. I'd have to tell you, if something like that happened to me, I got to tell you the whole story. The whole story would definitely included some pain on his end. The whole story would have included something being broken, something broken. When these guys get off telling these type of stories, being comfortable, like telling these type of stories, nah, I wouldn't trust them. I don't trust people who are incapable of being embarrassed. You see people on the internet, they're nasty, they foul, they tell all of their business, and for whatever reason, you pursue them, they end up in a relationship with somebody, and when it go bad, they go right to the internet and tell all their business. And now this person is wondering why. What did they do to deserve that? You failed to exercise discretion. That's what you did. Damn shame Biggie memory got to be associated with something like that.
Facts. It's a damn shame.
Dude say Diddy laughed and said R.I.P. Biggie before leaving the room. That sounds like some movie stuff. That don't even sound real. Not saying it didn't happen. It couldn't happen. I'm just saying it don't sound real. Like, whatever happened to men standing on business and saying, not just men, but women, because, it's a lot of women out there who do whatever they want and nobody controls them. They take pride in people not controlling them. But all of a sudden, when it's somebody got some money, they ain't got no control. They can't go and leave, and they can't leave when they want to. Now they ain't got no control. If it's somebody who got a bunch of money, they can't. Now they ain't got no control. Somehow the person just took over their mind and brainwashed them. Somehow they just were so fearful. They ain't scared of nobody else on the planet. They ain't scared of nothing. They not scared of bullets flying, gunshots, or nothing. They come from tough environments and everything. They survived everything, survived the hood, but can't survive Diddy? I'm not buying it. Not buying it. What's up, Ruth? Lewis, what's up? Uncle Goldmouth, Larry Law, 𝗗𝗢𝗡𝗞𝗦, Autumn, what's up?
This don't make no sense, man. This Diddy, I have never in my life
Azure
would
D.
imagine.
What's up, Azure? Turn that cap lock off, player. Land up the Golden Studios.
I can't
Yeah,
imagine.
I'm not buying it, fam. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. But here we are, once again, a Diddy suit. How y'all think it's gonna go down? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. That's my time, fam. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Until next.
Dude, real talk, I can't believe one person got so many charges on him. The lady, I'm waiting for, I don't even know her name. I keep trying to remember people's name. She's always crying in the video, and she has a female lawyer. This don't have nothing to do with Busby. I'm waiting to see what happens with that case. I'm learning how to get these court papers and stuff my daggone self and use them like they doing. But dude, sometimes that stuff costs so much money. You gotta spend money to make money. We all know that. But I'm working on my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who like my production, and I got work to do, man. I got a recording studio to run. You know, when I'm in here with y'all, it's empty. Yeah, you right. I don't never see nobody in there. Well, if I show y'all me working in the studio, it's work and it's boring. And nobody clicks. I'm gonna get on up out of here. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I think Diddy just, while his trial was going on, he got 3 new cases put on him. And y'all think he innocent? Y'all think he gonna walk? Show you right. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.